There you guys, welcome back to the my channel. I'm at the bench today, and what I have for you today is a new bullet that I'd like to try. It's for the 6.5 47 Lapua, and the bullet I've chosen to go along with my other 130 grain bullet, simply because I just want to have a chance at reloading this. I don't think anyone's had any luck at the moment. I mean, I haven't come across any sort of like videos really that are showing anything successful with this bullet. Now it's a relatively new bullet. I think it came out last year sometime. It is the Nosler RDF Ultra High BC match bullet. I'll give you a picture of the box here. Okay. It has a G1 ballistic coefficient, according to them, of 0.615, so a very high BC, and a G7 of 0.307. So I don't know how that's going to stack up in my rifle. We'll just have to sort of wait and see. The first thing I'm going to do with this bullet, I mean, I've had a look at it. And it's actually quite a long bullet. I know you can't quite see that because I think I've got it framed on my face, but anyway, it's actually quite a very long nose. I think they're giving it a nose more like I'd say like a VLD. You know, it is quite slender, quite pointed. Very, very nice little knee plat. Very, very tiny little knee plat. I think they call it the point or something. That's on the Nosler website, because I think they're very proud of having one of the smallest knee plats on a given bullet. The boat tail is quite pronounced. I mean, it's very pronounced boat tail there. So anyway, let me just give you a close-up of the three bullets against each other, and then you can sort of see a little bit closer up. Let me just set that up for you. So just give me a second. You can see there the tip match king there on the left. You've got the Nosler RDF in the middle, and the burger on the right there. So quite a noticeable difference in length, of overall length. But you can see the Sierra is completely sort of different in the from the ogive forward. It's a lot more sort of torpedo-like almost. Whereas the other two, the burger and the Nosler, you can see almost have that kind of same VLD shape, with the RDF I think just being slightly thinner or narrower. But like I said, very pronounced boat tail on the RDF, and considerable on the burger as well, and you can sort of see that on the Sierra. But just one second. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up my rifle, and I'm going to show you how I find the lands. There's a method I saw actually on YouTube to show what I think is a great way of finding the lands anyway, but I'm going to show you that, and I'll get things set up. I'll catch you guys in a second. Right, so I've measured, well, there's 10 bullets there, probably more. So I've got 10 there that all came up pretty much the same in length. This one here I've just kept at the side. It was about 2 thou smaller from base to ogive, but that's basically within half a thou of those other 9 there. There's 10 there plus that other one, 11. So I'm going to go with this measurement with the majority. Obviously I don't want to go with the shortest one and then them being longer, because that's obviously going to put you nearer to the lands. So let's go with these, and we'll take one of those bullets and make a dummy, like I say, a dummy roundup. And so just bear with me 1 second. Okay, so I have the rifle now on the bench, and I'm going to take the cheek piece out. And release the bolt. Camera down to you. Okay, so now we're going to remove the firing pin from the bolt. Just 1 second. Okay, so we've got our firing pin remover. So that's engaged. A couple of turns. And take our firing pin out. Now, this would be a good opportunity to clean if you do need to clean it, if it's all gunged up or anything. I think, as you can see from this one, it is pretty clean. I'll just set that aside. Now, when you put the bolt back into action, what we're looking for is no resistance. We just want the bolt to fall. Okay. So this particular bolt doesn't have an ejector spring. It only has the clawed extractor in the bolt face. You can sort of see that when it's a little bit dark. Okay. Like I said, if you want to try this method, and your rifle and your bolt does have an ejector spring, you would have to take that out, because what you're looking for now is no tension and no resistance at all. So you just want this to fall. So here I have a dummy round, no primer, no powder. The bullet is actually seated long, so it will engage into the rifling as soon as we put it in there. So just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so now you feed the round in, and as you can see, the bolt will not close with the bullet seated way long. Okay. You might have to use a cleaning rod just to tap that out again, because obviously I can't engage that. Push it a little bit, and like I said, we're going to need a cleaning rod just to tap that bullet out, so just bear with me. Okay, so I've just released the bullet from the chamber, and like I said, it's going to be way too long. Because we're directly into the land. Okay, right, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to seat the bullet about 5 thou to what we had, and that's still long, still not okay, until I start to feel a little bit of resistance, like in the press. Let's just quickly just measure that, just to sort of see if I've moved it. Nothing. I don't need to try it yet, just a second. just feel the resistance there in the press. So we've seated the bullet just ever so slightly down. Like I said, still it's not going to close. We're going to seat it down another 5 thou. In fact, we'll go another 10 thou. We'll give it some coarse adjustments in a minute. And what we're looking for here is the closer and closer we get to the lands, we'll start to feel some resistance. We'll feel that the bolt will start to close ever so slightly, and we're just way too long at the minute. It might seem a little bit tedious, but believe me, it doesn't take too long. So we're quite far out, so let's just give it another 20 thou. Let's just take a quick measurement of that. So 2.15. I mean, we're still quite a way off. Yeah, so let's just give it another 10 thou. Let's just quickly measure that. Okay, so we're 2.140 and a half. I can feel that that's still in the lands. Okay. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so we're still down in the lands. I'm going to go another 3/1000. Just quickly measure that before we go in. And we're at 2.137. It's just a slight little hang up there, and just feel it. So we're still in the lens. And what we're looking for is for that bolt handle to just kind of drop, and I can see like a little engraving. I know you can't quite see it on the camera, but there's like a little engraving of where that is actually into the lens. Okay. So I'm going to go in another 0.002. Now you can take out, if you want to, your bolt.
and hook it on the actual extractor. Okay. So we're still there, just barely now. You can see it's just getting hooked up there. Okay. We've got another 2/1000. Okay, I would say probably just off. Or just kissing the lands, I would say, at that. And you can just see there, the only thing that's stopping that going, or making that bolt handle just slightly smoothly going down there, is probably a bullet just in the lands. Okay. So now we can measure that. And what we got? We've got 2.134. That pretty much kisses the lands. Okay, so that's our touch number. We're going to use that as a touch number. Let's just see before that's sitting down into the case. As you can see, it's on the lower part of that shank. Alright, so that's our touch number to the lands. That's what I'm going to use as my touch number to the lands. And I don't know if you can really sort of see that up close. You might. Don't think it's going to pick that up. There's just ever so slightly a little bit marking there, just right on the ogive. So now that we've established that touch number, so I'm just going to write that down just to confirm that. And what we got there, 2.1340. So I'm just going to write that down, and just 1 second. Okay, so that is, like I said, our touch number, and I'll probably set that now 10 thou off that number, 10, maybe 15 thou. I've not quite decided yet, but it's going to be there, my starting point. It's usually 10 thou. And then I'll work kind of backwards in 5 thou increments if need be for seating depth. But I'm going to start around about 10 thousandths off that number, and that kind of brings me close to my original. What's my other bullets? I think they're sitting at 2.120. Another one is, I think, at 2.115. So just bear with me 1 second. Alright, so we have our bullet now seated to the lands, or kissing the lands, and so we've wrote that number down, and like I said,
I'm probably going to do, I think the initial setback will be 10 thousandths. I would say 10 thousandths off that number. I've heard somewhere that maybe these bullets do like a good jump into the lands. I'm going to have to sort of, like I say, I'm going to have to experiment with that. But I'm going to try 10 thousandths with the first lot of charges. Now the charges I've got that I'm going to start with, going and basing this off the other two bullets I've already shot out of this rifle. The burger bullet that I use with the N140 is at 38.5 grains, and the Sierra 130 grain tip match king is 38.6 grains. This one, I'll take it back a little bit, reduce that charge. I'm going to start at 38 grains, and then we're going to go 38.2, 0.4, 0.6. Probably don't need to push it much harder than that, but I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to see what kind of speeds we're going to get out of this. If it behaves a little bit like the other two projectiles, then maybe that little bit more in seating depth might take it down to maybe 15 thousandths. I might get lucky, I don't know. But join me for the next step, and we'll get some of these loaded up and see how they shoot. So I'll catch you guys on the next one, well, in part 2. Bye bye.